We had the best of intentions coming in. The first two episodes, as Andy Cohen said, start with quite a bang. That's why truth is stranger than fiction. And who could have predicted any of this?
Hey everyone, this is Anna Rumer with PopCulture.com, and today I have with us Heather and Max Dubrow. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, thanks for having us.
So Heather, we're just days away from everyone seeing you return to Real Housewives of Orange County. How is it being back in the Housewives world?
Crazy. I mean, look, if you had asked me 2 years ago, did I think I would ever go back on the show? It probably would have been a hard no. I think my comments at those times were check the box, I've done it, had a good run, left well, we're good. But now, I guess never say never was actually the right thing to say.
Has it changed over the past few years, or how was it getting back into the game, like riding a bicycle?
It really was. I never watched the show before I joined it, and then I haven't watched since I left. So for me, it's a reality show. It's about what's going on in my life, in our family's life at this moment. So yeah, it was actually very easy. It's funny, you've seen the first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, and in the promos, they show me walking into the house and saying, I'm back. And then since you've seen the first episode, you know that we have a family dinner right after that. Mm-hmm. And what was so crazy was that was our very first day of filming. And we sat down, I filmed that opening, and then we sat down for dinner, and there's cameras everywhere. And afterwards we all went, wow, that was so weirdly normal.
Yeah. Oh, no way. So, I mean, Max, you're older now than now having the cameras around. How is it for you now that you kind of know more about what's going on?
I think it's a lot easier now because, when you're younger, you're always just trying to impress the older people. And so when there's cameras, it's 100 times worse. But I'm much more secure of who I am now, and I'm obviously older. So I think it was fun actually, that first dinner. We had a good time, and it's just kind of normal and how we normally eat.
Yeah, more natural than you might imagine.
Yeah, for sure.
It felt good. Well, listen, the first time we were on the show, the kids were so little. I mean, this is actually the 10-year anniversary of when we started the show.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So Max and her twin brother are 17, about to be 18. Mm-hmm. So they were 7, almost 8 when we started the show. So you can imagine trying to wrangle 4 kids. Coco was only 9 months old. I mean, it was crazy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absoluther. A little bit easier filming then. Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's we're having dinner. Sit down.
Yeah. Right. Take orders better. Well, Heather, obviously you've got history with some of the cast. How was it back filming with Shannon after so many years?
I think, we had the best of intentions coming in. The first 2 episodes, as Andy Cohen said, start with quite a bang. That's why truth is stranger than fiction, and who could have predicted any of this? And so things go off the rails a little bit, unfortunately, and there's a lot of history to unpack. So you're going to have to kind of stay tuned and see how that all works out.
Yeah, absolutely. And so Max, getting kind of back into the swing of things, you're in the trailer, you're talked about in the trailer. What was it like to be more involved in that way and getting to know the new girls?
I definitely felt like a junior housewife.
Yeah.
You're I get to hear about the drama now. I get to be kind of a part of it. It was definitely not what I was expecting going into this season. I just kind of thought I'd be another, like I was when I was 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's cool to, show my story and show off what I've been able to do the last year, 2 years, and kind of be more me and, show me.
And I think what's really cool is out of all 4 kids, I think Max is probably the most highlighted in this season. Obviously she had a book that came out. I'll give it to you straightish. And we did a book party on the show, and we spend a lot of time together. So she's got a lot of story.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're building your own kind of media empire aside for the Housewives. You're releasing your podcast, your book. I'll give it to you straightish. What has it been like building this all and seeing it come to fruition like this?
It's been amazing. I've gotten the best responses. I've been able to help a lot of people, which I never could have imagined being able to help this many people, especially kids my age. And it's been so amazing. I get DMs all the time. Like, your story has helped me come out. Your story has helped me get going to therapy, all this stuff. And I'm like, it's so amazing to me and stuff I could have never even imagined. And, it's been an interesting ride for sure, but it's amazing. So.
And what is it like kind of going through your own journey, coming out and doing it so publicly for everyone to see? Is it tough to be vulnerable, or are you more at ease with that?
Yeah, so coming out in and of itself, it's very vulnerable and very individual as well as communal, but it's a very individual thing. And doing it regardless is hard, and you really have to put yourself out there. And so doing it in front of many, many people is very difficult, but I think it helped me grow as a person for sure. And it's made me so much more confident in myself and in who I am and who I want to be. And I'm also it's exciting. And
you've helped so many people.
It's scary, yeah. And honestly, the whole point I'm doing any of this is because I've been through it and I know what parts of it are hard and what parts of it you need help on. And so if I can be a guiding voice at all, that's really the goal.
So when I was first on the show, people would call me the Greek chorus, right? So I would sort of like stand around and say what was going on. And so one of the reasons why we thought it would be a good time to come back is when they first asked me, I laughed. I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, right.
And then we started talking about it, and I thought, well, gosh, when Max came out, she helped so many people and started this beautiful conversation, and that she was writing this book, and we were talking about that. And I was saying, what an amazing thing if we could bring on our family with our children now at these ages, all different genders and sexualities, and finding their place in the world. And if we could help some people, wouldn't that be great, and show our version of a normal functioning family?
Oh, wow. So it was really, this growing together as a family that pushed you back to Housewives too.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't
awesome.
funny.
Yeah, right. No need for that. Well,
budgets aren't what they used to be, I'll tell you that.
I don't get paid.
Oh man, the trips. Oh. Now, in your book, you're giving some tips to parents. Did you collaborate with your parents about these tips, or were these like straight from you?
These were mostly from me, I think. I mean, everything I know and learned is from my parents. So,
right.
I guess you could say they helped me a little bit. But, I had Dr. Judy Ho, who's so amazing, who gives a lot of the science part and the psychological reasons for why we do some of this and what can actually help, But I talk about my parents a lot in this book and things they've done so well and things they could have done better. And I think they would agree on almost all of it, right?
Oh, 100%. I mean, look, Max is so open and so honest. It was incredible to read. It was also difficult to read parts of it. I'm not a perfect person, not a perfect parent. We try our best. But but my big takeaway from her book, which is amazing and such a great lesson for parents, is that she tells stories in here, not of things that I said to her or lessons I taught her, but she talks about watching me act a certain way, do certain things, and what lessons she gleaned from watching me. And so you start to realize, gosh, they do pay attention, and they do just watch you walk your walk, talk your talk, live your life. And that's how they learn. That was like a really beautiful thing to see.
Oh, little sponges soaking up everything. Never an off moment.
Yeah.
Well, and then how has this whole process kind of changed your relationship together?
I think we've gotten a lot closer. I mean, we've always been close, so that's kind of hard to do. But, we writing this book, it was a little difficult for both of us, mostly for me because I wrote it. But
it was not very hard.
Yeah, no, not really. She had to read it once. But, I had to retouch on and think about things I really wanted to block out forever. And I had to discuss things that I never wanted to go into detail about. And I think thinking about these experiences that we've gone through together kind of reminded me, like, wow, we've done it all, and we've done it all together, And so whatever we're going through now or in the future, we can do it because we've gotten through everything up until this point. And I think it was also just kind of nice to recap, like, here are all the amazing things that you've done as a parent and that we've how we've communicated and how amazing of an example of mother-daughter relationship we are. And it was kind of nice just to see that like on paper and, you know.
It's very cool. I was never one of those moms that was like, I want to be, this is my best friend and my daughter's going to be my best friend. I never thought of it like that. I always thought like, I'm your mother and that's a very significant, special relationship. But I think what we've done really well, and it just always comes back to communication. I think what we've really done well is over the, you know, adolescent years and the difficult times and the happy, all of it, we've always had this, we've always been able to talk. We've always respected each other a lot. And even when we've had arguments, we've been able to come back together, talk about it, and move forward. Very important.
It's simple and complicated at the same time. And we really appreciate you opening up about it. Thank you for talking to us today.
Thank you so much for having us.
And for you guys at home, Real Housewives of Orange County returns to Bravo December 1st. You won't want to miss it. That first episode is fire. And I'll give it to you straight-ish. What Your Teen Wants You to Know is available where you buy books. So I'll see you next time. I'm Anna Rumer for PopCulture.